Hello, 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 everybody. How are we doing tonight? I asked what we should do next for stream, and the people have chosen. We are going to be running through the bad ends in Tsukihime. So, there are, I still haven't counted, but like, definitely a few dozen bad ends, I'm sure. And, each one of them will be followed by a CL's lesson scene, which, if you remember, we did a couple of bad ends in Fate's Day Night, and there was the Tiger Dojo hint corner thing. It's kind of like that. Those are, in fact, where the infamous Neko arc originates from. So, that's gonna be fun. So, let's just jump right on into it. From the beginning, we are gonna have a lot to skip through before we get to our first bad end. Hello, Sirska, welcome, welcome. And, I am going to try to keep us... Oh, we didn't do this before. It doesn't really matter. This is a nothing scene. But, I'm going to try to keep us in the correct order of routes, so we're starting with Arcuid's route. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we've seen variations of that scene before, so I'm just skimming through this. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Oh my god. Hang on. Can I? Oh, okay. Progress to next choice. Okay, thank you. We're gonna stay in school. Huh. This... What? I don't know what this is, but... Okay. This doesn't matter. Skip, skip. Oh my god, we have so much skipping to do. You stay in your room. Oh wait, that was... whatever. Oh my god. Greet both of them. We have... I am so serious. So much to skip through before we get to our first potential bad end. Oh. Okay, so that was the murder. Talk about the mansion, I guess. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this is when Arcuid is confronting Shiki the day after he killed her. And we are going to save right here. Because this is going to lead us to a bad end. We are going to... Yeah, let's do this. We will try to escape. It's impossible. I was almost killed by just one black dog. I was on the wrong decision, but this will still lead us to a bad end. It'll just take a little bit longer. It's impossible. I was almost killed by just one black dog. If I become her lookout, who knows what'll happen next? Hey, hurry up and answer. I don't think I'm being unreasonable here. Oh my god, it has been so long since I had to voice Ark. She doesn't understand. It's evident she can't see that she's recklessness incarnate. If I get involved further with her, she'll drag me past the point of no return. I've got to find a chance to escape. Alright, I'll listen to what you've got to say. Putting my hand on the wall, I somehow managed to stand up on my own. I've got to pass through that small road if I'm to get to the main street from here. Fortunately, it's further away for her than it is for me. If I set off while pretending to talk, I can probably make it to the main street. Oh yeah, okay, is this her talking? We still don't even know each other's names yet. Yes, it is. I guess it is a bit too fast to ask you to cooperate with me. She nods in agreement. Isn't it? If you tell me more details, I might agree to help. Really? Then what should I talk about first? How about the vampire incident that's got this town in an uproar? Or maybe I should explain what we'll be doing from now on? She makes a serious face while she thinks. This is my only chance. I run as fast as I can. I run to the road that leads to the main road in one breath. Huh? Huh? I can hear her voice from behind me. But it's too late. Now I'll definitely be able to escape. Huh? That's strange. As I take a few steps forward, I fall down hard on the ground. Idiot. Hey, what are you doing? She comes over, giving me a look more filled with amazement than concern. Nothing. I just wanted to run for a bit. It seems she hasn't realized I was trying to escape. Bigger idiot. I get up, but... Ow. I feel an incredible pain in the joints of my foot. I can't get up. I guess I was a bit too hard on you back there. Sorry. If I had softened the blow a bit when I pushed you, you might not have sprained your foot like that. Might not. Listen, I wanted to complain about her pushing me, but if she hadn't, the black dog would be chewing on my neck by now, and that would have been the end of me. It's okay. I'm grateful. Thank you. But why did you want to start running? Weren't we having a conversation? No, that's... I can't exactly say it was a matter of convenience. She stares at me. This is bad. You'd have to be a real idiot not to understand what I was doing. Hey, that was an indication you wanted to cooperate with me back then, right? I can't answer. I said I would listen to her, but not cooperate. I don't want to lie. Answering her question requires a definite no. Just so you know, I know what sort of person you are. Don't give me a half-hearted response. If you run away now, I'll just be going to your house next. What? That means she's going to come to the mansion even if I escaped from here. She's got me. If that were to happen, it wouldn't just be my problem. Akiha, Hisui, and Kohaku-san might be attacked by this crazy person, too. What a mess. It's like I never had a choice in the first place. You didn't. Well, I don't mind either way. The vampire's familiar has already seen you, so you'll surely be attacked. If you go around by yourself, you might act as a decoy, too. What? Hey, don't tell me that. Yes, that familiar recognized you as being on my side. I don't remember if this is the voice I used for Arcuid. I think it was something like this. Then that means I'll be attacked by things like that even if I don't help her. So, what's it gonna be? Are you going to keep watch while I sleep? Or are you going to drive off those familiars by yourself? If the results are going to be the same, I can't do anything but nod. You swindler. Sighing, I nod to indicate that I will help her. Okay, our contract is established. Where did all that anger from just a moment ago disappear to? Speaking in a cheerful tone, she extends her hand to me. I guess I can finally introduce myself now. I'm Arcuid. My last name is really long, so just Arcuid is fine for now. I'm a true ancestor type vampire. How about you? I heave a heavy sigh at her unprecedented introduction. It's a sigh of resignation, evidence I've decided to accept this nonsensical situation. I'm Tono Shiki. Sadly, I'm just your everyday student. I've said it before, but I'm really not going to be much use. Grasping her Arcuid's hand, I stand up. She takes a long, hard look at me and then offers her hand again. Nice to meet you, Shiki. I'll have you take responsibility for killing me. Arcuid grins as she extends her left hand. There are all sorts of responsibilities in this world, but this is probably the first and last time someone takes responsibility by helping someone they've killed. Damn it, do whatever you want. But there's nothing else I can do. I grudgingly extend my left hand and shake hands with the woman in white claiming to be a vampire. And then there's that, and okay, I'm gonna save again here. Because even though I made that decision before, I can still avoid the bad end that it leads to. So here, we try to escape once again. Oh, and I already did that before. But now, because I did that other thing before doing this, it leads to a bad end. I value my life. I recalled the scene yesterday when I killed Arcuid. Okay, for context, this is when they're in the hotel and Arcuid is asleep. And Shiki is like, oh, this would be a perfect chance to escape, I believe. I recalled the scene yesterday when I killed Arcuid. The stench of death and blood. I'd never want to experience something like that again. My cat is, sitting there staring at me. I think she wants food. If I were to remain with Arcuid, there'd be no question that I would be subjected to that scene again. If I don't want that, I'll have to go back to the mansion. I get the feeling that there's some major flaw in my decision. There sure is. But right now, everything is a mess in my head and my sense of logic refuses to function properly. Anyhow, for now, I'll return to my own room for some rest. I'm sure I'll calm down and think clearer then. The sun has gone down and my surroundings have been cast into darkness. It's probably past 7 now. The curfew for the mansion is 8, so I'd better hurry back if I don't want to be scolded by Akiha. There are a whole lot of bad ends coming up in like very short order here, which makes sense because we're going to be dealing with Nero. The streets around the mansion are deserted like always. The sun's only just gone down, but the silence is like that of midnight. Come to think of it, this place is where I've gone to check out that noisy stray dog the night I first returned to the mansion. Huh? I'm beset by a terrible premonition of misfortune. Strange. Suddenly, my surroundings became completely black. I hear a dripping sound. Where's that sound coming from? It's coming from nearby. My body is starting to cool. It's coming from nearby. Alarms are going off somewhere in my head. Drip, 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 drip. The sound. I think it's coming from right behind my neck. I collapse onto the asphalt. My limbs won't move and my consciousness dims. Hello, Nero. At the bottom of my thinning consciousness, all I find out is a few black dogs are feeding on my arms and legs. And that's our first bad end. It's not as impactful as the first bad end in Fate's Day Night. But here we go with our first CL Senpai lesson. Bonjour! This corner is for the bad Tono-kun, who rather easily ended up at a dead end. It is time for Teach Me, CL-sensei. We'll be seeing a lot of each other from now on, so please give me your best regards. By the way, my students are the thousands of Tono-kuns out there all over the country, and... What, nya? What's with this difference in our treatment? Tsukihime's main heroine, Arcuid-san. Now we'll start first period. Goodness, this won't do at all, Tono-kun. This dead end is just too much, right? I know exactly how you feel when you do not wish to make friends with that suspicious vampire, but you've just got to bear with it here. Really, hold on. In order to live, one must have endurance, and they say that if you can't beat them, join them. Please, just try to demonstrate the Japanese quality of not being able to say no. Oh, and since you ended up being dog food without a chance, he'll have to restart from an earlier point and do a makeup. Also, you have freedom to choose what response you make in the alley, but I think it is not a good idea to run away. Well, that's all for first period. Second period will be a lecture about wild animals. I think that's the only point where Flag 3 makes any difference, though. Yeah. So at this point, it doesn't really matter that we tried to escape in the alley, because there will be another opportunity to not get a bad end there. Second period will be a lecture about wild animals. It will be called Shakes and Shivers Animal Land. Well then, goodbye everyone! So there is our first CL lesson, and one moment I need to feed the cat. Okay, I am back. Feed real Neko? Yes, exactly. Oh, one sec, there was something else I forgot to do real quick. Okay, anyways, so in Fate Stay Night, the, Tiger Dojo segments eventually start to, like, develop an ongoing plotline of their own, and I kind of assume that that's also going to happen with CL's lessons, which is why I decided to avoid bad ends on the first run through and then, like, do them all together. But let us go ahead and make our way to bad end number 2 now. We are going to give Ark our glasses. And we're going to save here. And hang on. I'm like, I need to take a peek at the flowchart real quick. Okay. I'm at a point where... Sorry, I'm like looking over the flowchart to be like, do I need to be tracking my Arcuid affection points? Do I need to be worrying about that? I just thought of that. And it does not seem to be something that I need to worry about from this point onward. In either direction. There's no ends that rely on me having low regard. Oh no, wait. Oh, that's interesting. One of these bad ends you can only get by having more CL regard than Arcuid regard. Ooh, we might need to, go back through some stuff real quick after this one. But, for this one, we are going to stay in the room. As long as Arcuid is unable to move, blindly going outside would be dangerous. Gripping the knife with one hand, I hold my breath. Arcuid is silent too. She looks like she's being careful of what's around her. The floor below is being noisy. Perhaps the shock woke up the guests and maybe they're complaining to the hotel people. It's still 4 in the morning, but even so, the noise is as loud as that of a festival. Even that falls silent a few minutes later. The noise disappears. A sickening silence. The lights go out. At the same time, the sound of countless things hitting the door. Are you prepared, Shiki? Arcuid whispers in the dark. Prepared for what? I don't even have to ask her. If remaining in here was a mistake, then that question was also a mistake. I turn towards the door at the sound of it breaking. No sound escapes from my mouth. As I turn around, bright white teeth fill my vision. Like a giant maw, capable of consuming me whole. Somehow, I am able to calmly tell it's the jaws of a shark. Fresh blood spills everywhere. With a thump, what remains of my body falls to the floor. What falls is my head. Everything below my face has been consumed in one bite. That is the last scene I ever see. Crazy. CL Sensei's lesson. Bonjour! This corner is for the unlucky Tono-kun, who easily ended up in a dead end again. It is time for Teach Me, CL Sensei. Now we will start second period. This time we will present the first Shakes and Shivers Animal Land from the series that gives detailed observation of wild animals. Sensei, I have a question before that. That name sounds really stupid. In Japanese, you can read your name as Chiel. Question denied! There wasn't a question there. Now then, Tono-kun. I think it's good to be prudent, but this time it seems to have backfired. Basically, you are a hero, so a little recklessness will be forgiven. It will be forgiven, but in a case with an absurd animal like a shark, I guess you couldn't do much. You'll just have to abandon Arcuid this time around. Hey! I don't want to hear that from Chiel. Abandon her. Kah! No violence! Anyhow, please prepare yourself to explore the hotel alone. Inside, you'll find a whole animal kingdom. As the representative of primates, let's show the beasts what we've got. Okay, I think I need to start from the beginning again because... Yeah, because I need my CL point... Hang on, let me go over the decisions we've made so far. That's CL1. Oh. Is that -1 for arc? Okay, no. Okay, we might be good. Let's see. Let's test it out. So, we go look outside. Nope, never mind. Okay, so we do have to start from the beginning. Oh! It's because I gave my glasses to Arcuid. That made them equal, I think. No? Wait. Oh, okay, yes it did. Okay. I'm looking through everything now. Okay, so we need to start again from the beginning. I'm sorry. We have a lot of skipping to do. We go take a look. That gives me 1 CL point. We go to the hallway. That gives me another CL point. And I think we only need 2 points for CL. Yeah. Skip, skip, skip. Watch TV in Kohaku's room. I apologize. I should have checked in advance if I was going to need to pay attention to affection points at all. Classroom. This is reality. We'll go with this. Can't leave her alone. And I'm going to not give Ark my glasses. Tsukihime is a really long game. It is. I don't think I need to read this. It's kind of nothing. They're just talking about Shiki's glasses. So we're just going to skip ahead to the next choice. Okay, now we're going to save. I'll save on a different memory slot just in case. And we're going to go look outside. And oh, god damn it. Nope, I messed it up again. I messed it up again. Okay. Only get 1 CL point. That... If I get any more than that, that's a problem. Lunch in class. Go back to the mansion, because that'll skip a bunch of stuff. Girl by the window, because that doesn't matter. Skip, skip, skip. Kohaku's room. Skip. 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 Greet both of them. Skip. 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 Where the heck are we? Classroom. Skip. Skip. This is reality. Skip. Skip. Talk about the mansion, I guess. Skip. Okay, we did not get flag 2, so we're good. Skip. Skip. Don't cooperate. Skip. Skip. We try to escape, but we don't have flag 3, so we can go back to the hotel. Yay! Okay, now it should do what I want. We go outside. It's not doing what I want! Oh my god. What? What am I doing wrong? I just need more CL affection points then argue at affection points when I get to this point. And I also need to not have flag 2. Did I get flag 2 at some point by mistake? Oh, no. I just, like, automatically get 3 arc points. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, this is a lot. Ugh. Start from beginning again. Go take a look. That's 1 CL point. So, okay, what do I want to do? I think I see what the game plan is. All this effort to get to watch Shiki suffer? Yeah. Skip. We'll go in the hallway to think about it. So that gets us 2 CL points. Stay in school, so that gets me 3. Skip. This part doesn't really matter for this. TV with Kohaku. Okay, so now we have 3 arc points and 3 CL points. Great, both of them. This one is, like, really precise. Oh my god. You have to, like, go out of your way to get this one. That gets flag 1, which I don't think I want. That seems like it'll probably set me. No? Flag 1. Where's flag 1 used? I was gonna say that seems like it would set me onto CL's route. Okay, it is relevant for CL's route, but it doesn't seem like it sets us there. But I don't think I need any more CL points. In fact, getting another CL point would be bad, actually, so we'll say classroom. Progress to next choice. Skip. We'll say this is a bad dream. But we don't need to read this. He's just in denial about having done a brutal murder. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think, read a version of that before, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is not the point. It's a lot, though. Okay, so we currently have 3 CL points and 3 arc points. Blah, blah, blah. we're going to not cooperate. We're going to try to escape, and that'll bring us down to 2 arc points. We go back to the hotel. Save. I think I have it correct this time. And we go look outside. No? Did I get flagged too? Shit. No? No, I didn't get flagged too. So what the fuck? Oh no, wait, okay. Hang on. Let me load that back up then. Okay, so I have seen this scene before, but I had the flags so that it didn't take me to the bad end before, but we're going to not skip this. Okay, I think I see what happened there. Alright, I've decided what to do from the very beginning. Taking the knife out of my pocket, that was a lot of work, I walk up to the door. Shiki? I'm going to check things out. Don't leave this room until I come back. I step out into the hallway, shaking off Arcuid's look that she wants to say something. No one is in the hallway. I couldn't hear from outside, but the hallway is noisy. It's not that this floor is noisy. Rather, the noise is coming from beneath my feet. There is some kind of ruckus on the floor below. I can hear the noise of many people talking. That's odd. It's just past 4 in the morning. Even under the assumption that some people have woken up early, it's not normal for this many people to be up at this hour. Doesn't look strange so far. I walk down the hallway. The noise from downstairs is like the sound of ocean waves. Noisy, and yet so very solitary and inactive. My fingers gripping the knife feel numb. A chill runs over the back of my neck. There's something near my temple. Pain emerges from the back of my eyes. Enduring it, I walk down the hallway. It hurts. My eyes hurt. My head grows heavy, and I feel a drifting sensation, like I'm about to collapse right here. Yeah, I know what this is. This is the feeling I get right before I collapse from anemia. It hurts. It hurts. Unable to withstand it any longer, I remove my glasses. There are 2 elevators. One is stopped on the 1st floor, the other on the 5th. There is an unpleasant feeling in the air, a suffocating, tense sensation. I push the button to call the elevator. I just want to know what's going on downstairs for now. The elevator rises. 6th floor. 7th floor. 8th floor. 9th floor. Damn it, what's up with it? The elevator is awfully slow. A shapeless, shadow-like premonition of something fatally irrevocable clings to me. 10th floor. Just one more floor until the elevator reaches this one. Hurry up. My breath catches. I realize all the noise I heard from below is now long gone. With a ridiculous electronic ding, the elevator arrives. The door opens. There is no one inside. The interior of the narrow steel box is surprisingly clean and tidy. I enter and press the button for the 10th floor. With a heavy noise, the elevator descends. Just one floor down, but it feels awfully far. The current floor display shifts to show the 10th floor. Finally, suddenly, the world is engulfed in darkness. Darkness. Total darkness. Pitch black, utterly without light. In that, all I can see is the faint glimmer of the lines of death. Why? My breath freezes in my throat. From all around, some kind of rustling sound, like the sound of insects crawling, can be heard. I'm about to cry out, but I hold back my scream. First, I've got to examine the situation, just like Sensei taught me long ago. And then think carefully. Taking a huge breath, I manage to calm my thoughts. I see. A blackout. But a hotel like this should have a backup generator for occasions like this. Something must be wrong with the cables, even if that's not even that's not working. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Gripping the knife, I tense up. The sound of the crawling insects is coming from around the elevator. It feels like there are hundreds of giant cockroaches clinging to the outside of the elevator. There's no point in staying here. The display stopped when the 10th floor was lit. Then it means that if I open the door, I should be at the 10th floor. Guess I'll cut it, I whisper to myself. Thrusting the knife into the only line I can see, I cut apart the door of the elevator. The instant the door opens, I am enveloped by a suffocating stench. The 10th floor is filled with it. It's so thick, just breathing it is enough to clog my airways. But even so, if I were to take a step outside, I would be on the 10th floor's hallway. In the distance, there is the faint glow of the lamp marking the fire escape. Apart from that, the world is painted over in darkness. I take a step outside. Is anyone... I'm about to say there, but I stop. I don't quite know why, but I feel as though it would be a bad idea to raise my voice. I take another step. Slowly, I enter the hallway. The corridor reeks of the terrible smell. A raw smell. The smell of beasts. That and a grinding sound coming from somewhere. There's been a stinging pain in my neck for a while now. The darkness is frightening. This silence is frightening. To find out what happened here is more frightening than anything else. The pain from the back of my neck running to the top of my spine holds back my nervousness. That throbbing pain, it's the price of my desperate attempts to repress the urge to just scream and flee. Rustle, rustle, rustle. Grind, grind, grind. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Ah! My breathing goes wild. My body is drenched in sweat. Knife in hand, I am unable to take another step. I have the feeling that if I were to move even a little, I would see something unimaginably horrible. But I'll really be in trouble if I don't get back upstairs. To stay on this floor is worse. It feels like each passing second is grinding a year off my life. That's how fast I feel death closing in on me. My breath comes quicker and heavier. Fortunately, I can see where the fire escape is thanks to the lamp. It's down the end of the hallway. If I can reach that green emergency light, I can go back upstairs. Gripping the knife, I set off down the dark hallway. Splash. I can hear something from beneath my feet. I guess the hallway is soaked in water. Yeah, dude, definitely water. In addition, my feet keep bumping into things as I walk. Even so, I stay silent. Bearing with the terrible stench smothering me, I head for the emergency light. Only a few more meters to go. Then I see something squirming beneath the emergency light. Huh? I break my silence. A squishing, lukewarm sound. A dry, grinding sound. The wild, panting breath of beasts. What? Under the green light of the fire escape, all sorts of animals are swarming around some human-shaped object. I can't tell what sorts of animals are eating it. The hallway is dark, and the emergency light is too weak. That's why all I can gather is this image. Numerous cockroaches are devouring the human corpse while emitting a laughing, buzzing sound. That's the only way I can make sense of this nightmare. Rustle. There's a noise coming from the direction of the elevator. I turn around. Perhaps it's because my eyes have adjusted to the darkness. Or maybe it's thanks to light from the fire escape, but I now see exactly what sort of condition the hallway I just passed through is in. The hallway is a sea of red. Lying around within that sea are human arms and legs. The soaked hallway. Scraggy, hard objects which I felt on my legs. It must have been what I was stepping on. My mind goes blank. The hallway is red only on the floor. Clinging to the ceiling and walls are all sorts of black things. It's not because there are no lights that they look black. They're black to begin with. They don't seem to have any solid shape, sticking to the ceiling and walls like some sort of liquid. But I know they are animals from the eyes. The glinting eyes of the many beast-like forms are trained on me, the only surviving human. I managed to suppress my scream. The beasts are staring at me intently. They hold their breath, waiting to assault me the moment I scream out. I managed to regulate my ragged breathing. I can feel it. Awfully so, that the moment I cry out, they'll all attack me at once. None of the creatures on the wall possess the same eyes. It's almost ridiculous to see even shark-like eyes clinging to the wall. I order my feet to move, but they won't budge an inch. I can't move. My feet will not move after having seen a world like this. Grind, grind, grind. The noise from beneath the emergency light grows smaller. Those beasts are probably finishing off the corpse. My breath catches. The rustling draws closer. It seems the creatures found their next prey, called Tono Shiki. But my legs would not move. This world is too different. My mind doesn't operate properly. I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have come to this floor. Then, I can hear a terribly familiar sound. The very normal sound of human footsteps. A completely normal, common-sense sound from the world I lived in until a moment ago. My numbed mind infuses strength into my paralyzed legs. I run. Kicking up soaked blood in the hallway, I dash towards the emergency light. Run. I have to get away from this place as fast as possible. But that was a mistake. Reacting to my dash, the black things clinging to the wall and ceilings crash after me like a wave. I dash towards the stairs with everything I have, but the black wave is so many times faster than I am, and in an instant my body is swallowed. With a splashing sound, I am engulfed in the surging, heaving wave, an oppressive invasion. It violates, assaults, and dissolves. Flesh, spirit, soul, all disappearing. I'm not killed. It's more accurate to say I've been melted and absorbed as a part of this black wave. I observe the me that is me disappear in the black wave. And there's our ending that we worked so hard for. Is CL gonna be like, wow, that was a really hard one to get? What on earth were you doing, Tono-kun? I never thought you would come to the rare third period lesson, the second Shakes and Shivers Animal Land. Well, Tono-kun, unfortunately, I'll have to ask for a makeup. It seems you have just drifted through every day without paying any particular attention to Arcuid, CL-san, or Akiha-san. To tell you the truth, this is the most important part of CL-san's route. But the fact that you still died means you have not received a charm from a certain person. The moral of this story is you should pay more attention towards your senpai at school. First, go to the tea ceremony room after class. Second, you should honestly recognize the mistakes you have made. If you keep the above in mind, you should have no problems with the exam. That's all for the third period lesson. Please try hard so you won't end up here again next time. Yeah, so you gotta be working more towards CL than Arcuid to actually get that, but you gotta not be paying too much attention to CL. Okay, but from that point, actually no, let's start from here. Well done, you died. Again, next time you should rid CL. Yeah, so, from here, we are going to... I can't refuse. I think I'm in the right spot here. So we are going to wait. And then wait some more. Still too early. Oh, this is when we're fighting Nero in the park. There's about 10 meters between me and Nero. I need a more definitive opening before I can draw close without him realizing me. I gulp. A little more, something. I do not understand, muttering. As if speaking to the moon above, Nero mutters aloud. It is displeasing to be faced by such an unsightly enmity, but I cannot think this is one of the princess's familiars. Is that just trash? Shiki, run away! Arcuid's composed voice. Huh? But I can't understand in time. My legs start to sink in something. The firm ground beneath me is like quicksand. The ground is full of something pitch black. My body collapses. My ankles, which sunk into the black puddle, are attached to nothing. I fall with a splash into the puddle. There's no bottom. This black puddle transforms into the mouth of a large animal and compresses my body. There we go. Bonjour! And now the hint corner for the sake of the mischievous Tono-kun, who quickly ended up in a dead end. It is time for Teach Me, CL-sensei. Well then, now for the third of the ever-popular series, Shakes and Shivers Animal Land. Liar! I don't see any animals coming out. Denied. No longer human. Pet's name. Go! Killing Chunky. Yeah! Well then, the third in our animal series. Why did Tono-kun end up dying? This time we have brought a special guest lecturer. I have called in this person who was wandering about after finishing his task earlier. Professor Nero, please go ahead.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I will only speak when I am victorious.
If we're here, it means you have won in a way, Professor Nero.
I see. That is a sound argument, but there is nothing to be said. I do not know of anyone who would miss a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Bro. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. Coming into my chat, just throwing insults. Idiot.
I see. That is a sound argument, but there's nothing to be said. I do not know of anyone who would miss a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Return to the choice before and correct yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. This concludes our 4th period lesson. Please continue enjoying the main storyline.
That was wild.
So, let us continue from this one. Okay, we attack him. Destroy the main body. And now we have a lot of skipping to do. I don't remember what we chose here before. This is... He's talking to Akiha after he has come back home injured or something like that. I don't know. It's not that important to our purposes right now. Skip. We're gonna go look in the city for Arcuid. Skip. 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 Do we want flag 4? What is flag 4? What does flag 4 do? It doesn't matter. So, okay, we'll go with that. Skip, skip, skip. Surprise her from behind. I remember we did that. Skip, skip, skip. Search for Arcuid. I think. Do we want flag 7? Or flag 8? I don't think either of them matter, but let me check. Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter. Okay, but I think what we would have done before, because we get another Arcuid point from it, is this. Yes, I was correct. Apologize. Oh, god damn it. I'm like trying to choose the options that we chose before so that I can just skip them. But I'm not doing a good job of that. For the ones that don't really matter anyways. I don't even remember what this is about. Oh, it's after Arcuid came over. And Akiha's like, who the fuck is this? And she's upset about it. Skip.
We rush out to her. That's when Ark is standing outside the school. Okay. Save. This is... I don't remember the context of this, but we are going to, lie to Hisui, which seems like a bad idea. I feel bad doing this to Hisui, but I can't let her know. I have to keep Arku a secret, and it's not like I can let Hisui or Kohaku-san or Akiha know that I'm looking for the serial killer. No, I don't have any reason to go out. Akiha scolded me today, so I'll stay put for a while. Okay, I see. I understand. Then I will close the gate at the normal time. She speaks plainly, without any expression. The conversation ends, and I go up to return to my room. After dinner, I go back to my room. It's almost 10 o'clock. So as not to be discovered, I should go outside as discreetly as possible. Now then, shall I go? Placing my knife in my pocket, I leave my room as quietly as I can. And then that leads into a scene that you always get, but then I go up the residential hill and arrive at the outskirts of the mansion. It's around 2 in the morning. As expected, I'm totally assailed by sleepiness. I wonder if she's going to be okay. I'm concerned about how she seemed when we parted. It seemed like it wasn't pain from her wound, but... Crap. The front gate is locked. It's only natural, but it's still locked. If I climb over the wall like yesterday, alarms will probably go off. Dang. Does this mansion have a rear entrance or something? I walk around the mansion perimeter. Anyway, there is something like a rear entrance, but it's locked, so I can't get in. It's probably not possible to force my way through to the garden. Dang. If this keeps up, I'll have to spend the night out here. I want to avoid that if possible. People don't really go by the mansion, so after the sun sets, it's just a deep darkness around here. Walking around during these hours sends chills down my spine. What is that? It feels like there's someone lurking in the shadows, not illuminated by the streetlights. Thump. My heart stops my breathing, or stops my breath. My blood rushes through my body. This sensation. Certainly, there's someone standing there. The figure gets closer and closer. Footsteps. The sound of dry footsteps reaches my ears. Thump. I have a bad feeling about this. Chills race up my spine. The figure draws near. Suddenly, the streetlights shatter loudly. The moon is hidden by the clouds. The whole world instantly turns to darkness. Thump. My heartbeat skips, as if warning me of death. Perhaps I was tired after having walked the perimeter of the mansion for so long. My body gave an all too sluggish reaction as I tried to leap backwards. A knife running through the dark. The sound of the flesh over my heart being sliced. I don't understand. Just that there's a knife sticking through my chest. Yep. It's been a while since we've seen you, Roa. The clouds part for a brief moment and the dark figure is illuminated. An eerie figure wrapped entirely in bandages. That's the last thing I see. Hi. Okay, come on up. Okay. I am deeply sorry. CL-sensei is now on her lunch break. Please wait until she returns.
She's neglecting her duties and snacking on curry bread. Get over here, stupid CL.
I feel the same way, but if she is not here, it cannot be helped. You cannot do anything about someone not here, and it is just too miserable to just complain about how much Ne-san cannot clean or tidy things up. Now then, shall we begin the customary correction? We shall begin the customary correction corner. Hisui, best girl. Hisui is great. We love Hisui. Shiki-sama, hiding things does not give good results. If you learned from this experience, please trust Hisui next time. That is all. I will now return to the mansion. Please continue enjoying the main storyline.
Nah, that woman. I smell another cat-like character.
Okay. So from here, we will tell Hisui the truth this time. Skip a few scenes. And... oh, this is something that you can get to a couple different ways. We'll just go to it here. Going to go see Arcuid. Against Akiha's wishes. I'm happy she's so worried about me, but I can't break my promise with Arcuid. Yesterday, she waited 3 hours for me. That's not the whole reason, but with just my usual anemia, I don't want her to keep on waiting. Alright, I'll go to sleep for today. Saying that, I lie down. Really? You're not going to sneak out of the room later? Oh, you know him too well. Hey now, do you think I could sneak out in this shape? Yes, come to think of it, that is true. Akiha breathes out and visibly relaxes. Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nii-san is awake. Nii-san, what about dinner? Oh yeah. No, tell Kohaku-san I'm sorry, but I don't think I can eat right now. I'm just going to go to sleep. I understand. Then, Hisui, tell Kohaku that. Still looking downcast, Hisui nods and leaves the room. Then I will go back to my room. If anything happens, please call for me. No matter what time it is, I'll come right away. Akiha turns off the lights and leaves the room. Sorry, Akiha. Saying that, I lift myself up. Just lifting myself up causes my consciousness to swim. This isn't like my normal anemia. I know that, but I can't keep Arcuid waiting forever. Knowing her, even if I left her there, she'll wait forever. I wobble to my desk. I take my knife out of the drawer and put on my jacket. Dang, like this, I really won't be able to sneak out. I have to gather up my strength just a little more until I can at least run comfortably, or Hisui will find me and take me back to my room. Sorry, Arcuid. It looks like I'll be even later than last night. I sit down on the floor. 1 hour. If I rest for another hour, I'm sure I can leave. I make it to the park before midnight. In the end, even after waiting an hour, my body still hadn't recovered, so it took me an hour to get there. I pant heavily. As my chest heaves rapidly, I look around me. Night hangs over the park. Near the place we decided to meet, there's a white figure standing. I knew she'd be waiting. I let out a large breath. It seems like Arcuid notices I'm here. She walks straight towards me.
Hey, Shiki, it's already 2 hours past the agreed time. What were...
She cuts off as soon as she sees my face.
Hey, what's wrong, Shiki? Your face is so pale, and I can't even sense life in you. This isn't normal.
Yeah, my anemia acted up again. It happens like that every now and then, nothing to be surprised about. More importantly, sorry for making you wait for 2 hours.
No, I really don't mind, but Shiki, for you to come out in your condition is just weird.
Even though she was really angry earlier, now it seems she's really worried. I made a promise, didn't I? I said I'd help you, so I'm not going to skip out on you.
That makes me happy, but Shiki, you don't seem to understand your body at all.
You don't need to tell me that, Arcuid. I've been carrying this recurring anemia for 8 years now. I'm pretty sure I understand my body.
No, you don't understand how unstable your life is. I sensed it earlier, but now I know clearly. Shiki, you are always standing close to death. I don't know if it's a reaction to your mystic eyes of death perception or not, but you are walking on the thin line between life and death. Saying that your anemia this time isn't a big deal because it wasn't a big deal before is a big mistake.
She looks directly into my eyes coldly.
Look, Shiki, your resistance to death by external means is higher than that of most people. That is probably because you've already faced death once before. But on the other hand, you almost have no resistance to death from internal causes. That anemia of yours, it wouldn't be strange if you die from it.
What are you saying? Are you saying I'll get killed by something like a cold?
Shiki, I'm trying to warn you seriously. I'm glad you came, but you have to think about your health first. So just go back for now and rest.
She draws me closer to her. She really must be worried about me because she's totally defenseless as we get closer. Before I can pull back, her chest touches mine. Thump. My head is assailed with another different kind of dizziness than usual. All the things I didn't realize before. The softness of her breast. I can't stand this guy. The whiteness of her skin, her beautiful golden hair, her womanly charm. Arcuid, please, get away.
What? You're saying you can't trust the word of a vampire like me?
What? Why are you saying that all of a sudden, idiot? There's no way I won't trust you.
Liar. Then why can't you look at me?
Could you get away from me because of a personal issue? I'm a guy, so if you get this close, it's a little troubling. Giving a small voice of surprise, Arcuid steps back. For the time being, the racking dual dizziness brought about by my anemia and Arcuid subsides. I guess she finally realized our situation, and she looks at me embarrassedly. That idiot. Seeing her do that makes me think she's incredibly cute. This is troubling. I said stop. I mumbled that quietly, so not to be heard. Those words are not directed to her, but to me for being excited by her. There really is something wrong. No matter how pretty she is, she's a vampire. Just what am I thinking for getting something like that? Anyways, I'm not that beat to have you start worrying about me. Besides, if I was attacked like I was last night again, I might really die. So I can't take my time doing this.
Shiki, what did you just say?
I said if I was attacked like I was last night again, I might really die. Arc rizzing naturally, yeah. He's trying too, so we have to find him as soon as possible. Saying that, I suddenly remember. I forgot. Last night, I was attacked by one of those dead.
Last night? After we parted?
Yeah. He was entirely wrapped in bandages and was waiting for me by the mansion. Arcuid's expression suddenly turns serious.
I can't believe it. How could you forget something so important?
I couldn't help it. I've been through stranger things today.
Oh well. More than that, please tell me in detail what happened, Shiki.
With serious eyes, Arcuid interrogates me on what happened. Let's see. I calm down and I describe as clearly as I can what happened last night. But I don't tell her that the bandaged man was seeing the lines of death. I can't prove it, so maybe it might have just been my mistake. Yeah, that's how it was. Finishing my explanation, I read Arcuid's expression. From when I started until now, her eyes remained sharp without any gentleness. So, what is it, Arcuid? That bandaged man and that person wearing those robes like some priest, are they enemies of yours?
Yes, both of them are enemies. I don't know just who or what that bandaged man is, but that woman wearing those Catholic robes I have an idea about. She narrows her eyes as if she was in a bad mood. No, she looks less like she was in a bad mood and more like she's irritated. I may know the person who helped you, Shiki. Man, if it's really her, she'll probably be able to find the enemy before me.
She bites her lip fixedly. Wait a minute. I didn't say that person was a woman, though.
No, there's no mistake. That woman is the only agent given authority to hunt heretics alone and who uses black keys that combine the cremation rite and the steel shell effect.
Her irritability is almost like hostility. Even when she spoke about Nero, her voice was never saturated with emotion to this extent. Arcuid, that person who helped me, is she a vampire?
Of course not.
Well, I mean, she kind of is.
She's a member of those who see vampires as their enemy. It doesn't exist in this country, but there is an organization that considers vampires or beastmen as heretics and goes around killing them. The one who helped you was the most troublesome of that kind, exorcists. But that's strange. The burial agency wouldn't have sent an agent this soon.
Arcuid speaks softly to herself. I can't understand what the hell she's talking about. Exorcist? Like a priest or something?
Huh? It's not wrong, but it's not quite right either. Well, it would take a long time to explain, so just know for now that there are those who go around exterminating vampires.
She tells me to just understand, but...
More importantly, why did you fight? You said you'd team up with me, but you never said you'd fight by yourself.
She glares at me. She seems seriously concerned about my safety.
That's not fair, Shiki. Keeping it as a secret, having all that fun by yourself.
Or not. Now, how did you jump to that insane conclusion?
Huh? You weren't trying to hide your monopoly on prey from me?
She says something so absurd with a straight face. Idiot, that's not it at all. Fighting him was just a turn of events. Just a turn of events. I don't plan to fight with the dead or vampires without you.
Oh? What kind of turn of events?
My sense of justice as a normal person, or something like that. I kind of regret it now.
Justice?
She tilts her head as if to say, "What's that?" Yeah, I was painfully shown yesterday. It is just a justification. Back then, When I realized there was a figure in front of me, there was only fear. That thing, that guy, I knew right away he wasn't normal, but all I could do was tremble. And then I brought out my knife to meet him and began a fight to the death. You can't kill someone using a cheap notion like justice. People kill to preserve their own life. That's the most primitive, simple logic of the beasts. That logic, at that time, if that person resembling Senpai hadn't come, I probably would have executed that action without hesitating. Arcuid. That person who came to help me, can you tell me a little more about her? Oh my god. Okay, I maybe should have gone for the branch that was closer to the actual ending. Because we don't need all this info dumping. Oh my god. Also my throat hurts. Going to investigate... no, not going to investigate. Because Shiki needs to rest. I'll be heading back to the mansion. See you tomorrow, Arcuid. Blah, blah, blah. Should I escort you home? She averts her gaze and speaks hesitantly. In her own way, she really is worried about what happened last night. Thinking that, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, before I can say yeah, I suddenly stop. Wait. Aren't you forgetting your vow you made just now, Shiki? No matter how pretty she is, Arcuid is a vampire. I can't forget that. If I relate myself to Arcuid more than necessary, I feel I'll cross a line that I should never cross. Cut it out. I don't need to be worried by you. Don't do things that don't suit you, stupid. Yeah. Just a little. For just an instant, Arcuid looks down, but then raises her head. Then see you tomorrow! Waving her hand goodbye energetically, the white-clothed vampire walks off into the darkness of the night. Oh wow, this goes into the next day. In my dream, I'm staring at the moon. I can't remember where I am or why I'm looking up at it. Oh my god. I seriously should have gone with the other option. He's not feeling well, he's tired, he's seeing lines. He pushed himself too hard. That is the gist of this. And he's going to school because he's stupid. Blah, blah, blah. She's getting on his case for waking up late. Thank you, Kohaku. Kohaku with the save. Akiha went to school. Hisui thinks it's a bad idea to let him go because he is obviously not doing well. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. CL at school. Asking CL if that was her the other night. And she's lying, saying it wasn't her. Now this is absolutely a conversation that we've gone through before. Hiko and Satsuki are both absent. What is it? I didn't feel so good to begin with, but after coming to school, I feel a lot worse. It's not just my body feeling heavy. The scar on my chest is irritating. It's an annoying sensation. Maybe I shouldn't have come to school. For a brief moment, I see the worrying faces of Hisui and Akiha in my mind. Maybe the fact that I ignored Akiha's wishes for me to rest last night and instead went to see Arcuid might have caused this. Being worn out by just sitting, I start to feel a strange uneasiness. Class has started already. Which class was it? I can't remember today's 5th period lesson. Even though I look at the blackboard and stare at the marks left by the teacher's chalk, I still don't know what class this is. Shiki has lost the ability to read. Wait, I was joking. I can't read it. The letters start to flow like water and mix together like some sort of hallucination. Shiki has become illiterate. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Dizziness. My mind starts to slide away. Click, click, tremble, tremble, creak, creak, wobble, wobble. Those noises stick out. Incompatibility. Where is that inconsistency coming from? I can't settle this feeling of something being out of place throughout my body. It fills me to the brim, as if my bones are sliding out of place in their joints. Yes, since my joints are out of place, it causes the unnatural feeling. My corpse is burning unseen smoke and crumbling away. Click, click, tremble, tremble, creak, creak, wobble, wobble. I fall from my chair. A girl screams. I hear the footsteps of my teacher running to me. Even though I've completely passed out, I calmly watch myself from far away. What follows is like always. Collapsed from my anemia, I was carried to the clinic where I slept until I recovered. Since I had a fever of over 38 degrees Celsius past 7 o'clock, the school's closing time, the nurse called my house for someone to pick me up and went home. And this resulted in... Are you okay, Shiki-san? You still have a fever, so please do not hesitate to lean on my shoulder. This is a cute outfit. This is the only time we've seen her in it, I think. Yeah, that's how it is. No, I'm alright. I can at least walk, so please don't worry. Stepping away from Kohaku-san, I attempt to bluff my way out of it. Jeez. It's embarrassing enough for Kohaku-san to come pick me up. The day I lean on her shoulders too, I'll die. Oh, that's not good, forcing yourself like that. It isn't your fault that your body is weak, Shiki-san, so you can ask for help a little. I won't tell Akiha-sama or Hisui-chan, so it's okay to depend on me for now. With a gentle smile, she takes my hand. Yes, sorry. Blushing furiously, I meekly do as she says. Certainly, I might collapse if I continue to be stubborn. There's a car waiting outside, so please hold on until then. Pulling my hand, Kohaku-san starts to walk. This isn't good. Just walking makes me incredibly dizzy. I depend upon Kohaku-san to lead me to the stairwell as I hold on to my consciousness. Huh? Why am I going up to the second floor? Kohaku-san, this isn't the right way. I call out to her. There's no response. No, not only that, I don't feel her hand or even see her. Oh, is she taking the opportunity to fuck with him? Kohaku-san? I use all of my foggy consciousness to look around me. There is no one in the hallway. Only the moonlight streaming from the window is vivid. It comes suddenly. The sound of my heartbeat, and a chill that races up my spine. Thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, thump, tap, 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 tap. In the darkness, the footsteps draw closer. This is similar to the fear I felt from that one time. Kohaku-san! I call her name. Not to call for help, but to tell her to escape. I frantically call her name. Kohaku-san! 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 Where is she? I don't see her anywhere. She's probably fine. The footsteps are near me now. At least, I want Kohaku-san to escape here unharmed. It's useless, Shiki. She's already done. I hear a voice. In the darkness, in front of me is the bandaged man who tried to kill me that night. Why is it? I feel like I know this person's face. You sure aren't lucky. If I knew it was like this, I wouldn't have waited for you in front of the mansion. The footsteps draw closer. I try to move, but I can only totter along. I guess I pushed my body too hard every day. It seems like my body, at the very last moment, broke down. This is the end, so I'll tell you. This is my lair now. I hear a stabbing sound. In his hands, a knife. The silver blade pierces directly into my heart. I collapse to the ground. I feel death working its way from my very fingertips. My mind fades away, drop by drop. In that process, with my fading mind, I look up at the sky. I have nowhere else to look, so I just look there. The blue moon is in the night sky. How stupid. I'm about to die, but I am charmed by such an ordinary thing. When is this memory from? In a forest like a black veil, on that terrible night, just like this, I was staring only at the moon. I made a poor decision with this one. Hello! The hint corner for the poor lost Tono-kun who ended up in a dead end without knowing his left from his right. It is time for Teach Me, CL-sensei. I see. You have come to the 5th period. I think there are lots of Tono-kuns who fall into this end. Well, it is your divine punishment. Regret your own unluckiness for associating with such a woman. Why? You're not one to talk, CL. After all, your goal from the beginning was always beep. Now then, normally there would be no chance of salvation, but some of you came here in spite of rejecting that Sunny vampire. Sunny, even though she's a vampire, I'm picking a fight. So I'll throw out a lifeboat. There are about 3 reasons you came to this dead end, but to avoid it, you have to reassure your sister sometimes, you have to indulge a stupid woman's selfishness sometimes, and to find a dirty vampire, try going to a very dirty place. That's about it. but there's only 2 ways to get here. Huh.
Hey, CL. I don't get this. Question denied. Or so I'd like to say, but there seem to be many questions on this, so I will answer it. DNM is... D is for dizzy, N for not healthy, M for moon. It has the same initials as Dark Night Moon. It's a small play on words. I see. That's weird. Why, that little... Well, this ends the lesson this time. Everyone, please remember to use proper Japanese.
Huh. Okay. Do as Akiha says. We've got a lot to skip through for this next one. We go with Arcuid. Skip. Because you hate me. Skip. Skip. Movie theater. Skip. Skip. We tell her about the attack. Skip. 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 Oh, huh. Interesting. So there are 2 bad ends here, and one of them appears to not have a CL's lesson attached. I'll go to Arcuid's apartment. I don't know what's behind it all, but she was breathing so painfully. Rather than trying to hunt the dead, she might have just gone back to her room. I press the doorbell. It doesn't seem like anyone's coming out. Shit, she hasn't come back. No matter how many times I push the button, her door doesn't open. Did she not come back, or is she just not coming out? After hesitating, I decide to go inside. It'd be a simple thing to cut the lines on the door, but I should just check the knob first. Huh? It's not locked. The door opens simply with a turn. Arcuid, are you here? No response. Did she not lock it in the first place? There's no one around. Where does she think she's going in that condition? I slam my fist against the wall. Ugh, what am I doing? If I have time to let it out on the wall, I have to go out and look for her. I can't find her. Come to think of it, if she really intends not to be found, there is no chance of me finding her at all. She said we'd meet again tomorrow. All I can do in this situation is to trust her and wait for tomorrow night. With a great uneasiness in my chest, I return to the mansion. In my dream, I'm staring at the moon. I can't remember where I am or why I'm looking up at it. Maybe I looked up into the night sky not wanting to see anything, and the moon happened to be there. My back creaks. Coursing through my veins is an image of coldness, a solitary darkness that makes me dizzy, a radiant moon that sickens my heart. Strangely, the overwhelming coldness feels more like a sense of nostalgia. Shiki-sama. I can hear Hisui's voice mingling with the morning light. Shiki-sama, it is time. Please wake up. Her inflectionless voice awakens me. As soon as I wake up, terrible things enter my vision. I get a headache like I was just shot in the head. I almost lose my just awakened consciousness. Before I fade away completely, I quickly grab my glasses. Shiki-sama? Are you not feeling well? No, I'm just a little tired from yesterday. I'll be alright, so don't worry. Lightly shaking my head, I clear my head of what I was seeing. It seems that not being able to find Arcuid last night has cast a dark shadow in my heart. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me up as always. Sitting up in bed, I do my best to smile naturally. No, this is my duty. There is no need for you to thank me, Shiki-sama. Really, but I am grateful. You are infinitely better than an alarm clock. I stand up. It's not yet 7 o'clock, about 10 minutes earlier than I usually get up. Breakfast? I'll be there soon, so please go ahead of me. Yes, I will wait for you in the sitting room. Giving a bow, Hisui exits the room. Well then, I'm still feeling a little sluggish, but it's not so bad that I have to skip school. I'm sure after I eat the breakfast Kohaku-san prepared, I'll feel a lot better. As usual, Akiha is sitting on the sofa and Hisui is waiting by the wall. Good morning, Nii-san. Did you sleep well last night? Good morning, Akiha. You're up early today, too. No, I'm like always. Nii-san? She looks uneasy for some reason. Is there something on my face, Akiha? No, that isn't it. Nii-san, are you really alright? You still do not look well, so if you are still sick, maybe it is better if you just rest today. No, I'm really okay. I'll be better sooner or later, so please don't look so worried. Okay, if you say so, Nii-san, then I will not say anything. She goes quiet, still looking worried. It's quite rare for you to be convinced this quickly. It's not like you. Hey, I'm always sensible, no you're not. I only warn you because you're the one with the problems, so please do not blame me for your imperfections. She glares at me. Oh, that's more like it. Hey, Hisui, doesn't it not feel like morning unless Akiha gets harsh? Is it because I suddenly called out to her, or because she doesn't know what to say? Wait, this is the same stuff that was going on in the other ending. Okay, so is this the third way to get to, the last ending that we got? Where we get got by Roa at the school? Is that what happens? Because, yeah, this is, like, identical to the stuff that was happening. Well, not identical, but pretty close. Going to school. Tired. CL asking her about that. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. This is so much. Classroom, Arihiko's not here. Satsuki is also absent. Satsuki is either a vampire or dead by this point, and who the fuck knows where Arihiko is. He doesn't know what class he's in. Blah, blah, blah. This is the same. Okay, yeah, I think this is the same ending. Going up to the second floor. Roa appears. Yeah. Okay, so that's why they were talking about this having 3 ways to get to it. The flowchart just, doesn't make it look like this is connected to that. I see. Well, let's do the other one. Actually, no. I think we're going to wrap it up for the night. I just looked at the time and I was like, oh, no, I don't think we have time for another one tonight. So there are 1, 2, 3 more bad endings in Arcuid's route. And then I also want to go through the true ending again and get the CL lesson for that, because the not bad endings also have CL lessons. And then I also want to do the good ending, which you can only get after you have gotten the true ending. So we'll be doing all of that next time. As for when next time will be, I forgot, are we doing that this Saturday, as in tomorrow? Okay, so I might not be streaming tomorrow. I don't remember if we're doing this tomorrow or next Saturday, but I do have plans to watch a movie with some of my friends around the time that I normally stream at. It is a bad movie. So most likely our next stream will be on Monday. And we will finish up the endings of Arcuid's route then, and maybe get started on the ones for CL route. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying the bad ends so far. Thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight, and I hope to see you all next time.